things don't show up too well, you know, when you're pointing a camera at the screen. But, you know, I'm not doing this screen share shit. And, you know, all those kind of programs, they're not user friendly. Plus, if you want any bells and whistles, you have to pay for it, you know. And hell, it's just easier just to point a goddamn camera and let people bitch about the, whatever they call it, the production values or lack thereof. But, you know, this is not the you know, this is not the point of it. It's not a professionally shot thing. But today, it's another bad day. It's another hard day for me. And, you know, I'm doing a little addendum to this never-ending saga. But this is a picture, a Google Maps picture of the Idaho State Veterans Cemetery. So it's located near Boise, and it looks like it's kind of out in the sticks. See, I've never been in Idaho, but I have somebody I work with at the school, and she's from Idaho, and she says basically Boise, now despite it being a major city, it's basically out in the middle of nowhere. Now this looks like a potato field. I might be stereotyping it here. Somebody knows their crops and shit. But anyway, this cemetery where my friend is planted is in that cemetery. So that should be fairly easy to find. I'll have a GPS and all that kind of shit. 500 goddamn miles to get to it. And this is probably, I'm guessing this is like driving from here to San Francisco or from here to Yosemite National Park. It's an all-day drive. And I don't give a damn where the hell, unless you live in Idaho. But if you live anywhere outside of Idaho, it's an ordeal to get there. So I'm still going to do it. And I've got the 3 days off for in April, so I'll be up there. And hope to hell I make it in one piece. And I've got the room rented, but it's like 7 miles. You know, I wanted something close, but hey, if there's a goddamn potato field or whatever the hell by the cemetery, well, you know, you're shit out of luck. You're going to have to travel a little bit of distance to get to this cemetery. But it looks like a nice cemetery, but it does look like, it reminds me, that part of it reminds me of the outskirts of Sparks, Nevada, where when I was down there, when I lived there 10 plus years ago, between 1984 and 2010. And Duffy's having a little bit of issues. I hope he's okay. But, so it looks a little bit like it. And supposedly the columbarium where he is at is near the entrance. So this is the entrance to it. So it should be fairly easy to find once I find it, once I get to Idaho, once I get my ass out of Oregon, once I get a car and get everything paid up. Okay. So anyhow, I had some intrepid person, since I memorialized this guy on Find a Grave. I've been a contributor for about 20 years. And so I put this friend's death on there, right, with some pictures. And so I had somebody go out, who was in the area, go out and take a picture of the burial site. Well, no surprise here that the ex-wife is interred with him, will be interred with him. It's a temporary marker. And, you know, I think probably ex-spouses could get interred in with the spouse. And, of course, that's for the sake, if that was what he really wanted, even though they weren't a couple, so far as I know, unless he married her, even though she had, and like I said, even though she had a brain tumor and everything, probably didn't even know who he was towards the end. But, you know, it's probably they allow that. So, you know, the fact that they had a daughter together, the one that's brain damaged, you know, that she has a place to come to. The problem is, of course, I mentioned on the previous video, is she's in Salem. Now, unless she was moved to Idaho during this time, she's never going to be able to see either of the parents where their final resting place is. So this was all done for the benefit of the loving sister, who's at least about 10 years older than I am. So she's going to be pushing up daisies here in the not too distant future, especially when their family apparently had a history of cancer. So I know I'm giving TMI, but you know, who gives a shit. So anyway, I was glad that guy went out and took the picture of the crypt. So I'm not under, when I'm driving 500 goddamn miles to get to that spot, I don't want to be, you know, be shocked. I mean, there's nothing shocking there that she's interred there, even though they weren't a couple. So, you know, I was thinking, you know, and I was thinking something, and what really think is hilarious, I'm going to mark his birthday, right? I'm going out there, I'm driving 1,000 miles round trip to commemorate his birthday on April 27th. He would have been 78. And all the time that I was on Facebook, and he also had my email address, not once, now I get it, you know, he was disabled and all that stuff, but not once did he ever wish me a happy birthday. He never did it. He never did it. In fact, what happened was, because the one daughter died around Christmas, so he would make himself absent during that time. But that isn't an excuse to go hiding clear through January and not even acknowledge that I had a birthday. No, but he would, other people, he'd wish him a happy birthday. He'd say on there was one woman, he probably didn't even know her, and said he wished he could celebrate the birthday with her. And I was thinking, here I was, I never got even so much as a happy birthday, which is hilarious, because he always acknowledged when I sent him a card by email or on his Facebook timeline. Oh, he was over the moon. He was over the moon when he got those damn birthday wishes. It's hilarious, because that's the cat and mouse game that he would play. And I think this being buried out in the middle of nowhere is part of that cat and mouse game. If it's was his choice to be buried there. Now, I don't know that, because his sister is a piece of shit. Oh, and by the way, backtracking a little bit, on that damn temporary marker is the date of when the temporary marker was put in, and that was 2 days before Thanksgiving. So presumably the service was held right before Thanksgiving. And that just floors me. That just floors me, that all of this was supposed to be a big secret, and don't say anything in the shitty little obituary. Don't tell anybody where the hell this guy is buried. But you know what? And I thought, well, maybe I should just stay away. You know, oh, maybe I'm just imagining 45 years of whatever. Of course, I'm not imagining it. But, you know, one of the biggest things that would boost my ego, my shattered ego right now, is to tell that bitch sister, fuck you, by putting flowers on his grave. They're only going to be for him. They're not going to be for his ex-wife or whatever the hell she was. They're going to be for him. And there's that one poem that somebody was nice enough to share on one of my videos. I'm going to put that on there. I've already copied and pasted it. And then I've got a little missive that I wrote, and I am going to put it there. I'm not going to get cold feet about it. And then I'm going to leave it there. And I'm sure the sister is going to vandalize it. I'm going to find the nicest flowers. I'm going to find the most beautiful flowers. They're going to be cut flowers. They're not going to be through a florist. And Albertsons always has, and Albertsons is based in Idaho. But Albertsons always has the most beautiful cut flowers. So if I could find my way around that damn town of Boise City, I will find, and I've got a whole day off on the 27th. I mean, you know, I've got a whole day that I can cry my eyes out at his grave. And I will cry my eyes out. That's what I've been doing for forever with this guy. And I will put them there. I'll probably get a U.S. flag and a Navy flag, you know, little bitty ones, stick it in there, and then the poem, then the note. And I'm not going to sign my name to the note. But it's not going to be a fuck you. It's not going to say fuck you, loving sister. It's going to just say exactly how I felt about it, about everything, and about all the lost opportunities, the mistake I made, and which I already talked about in 1978, and that I know that he's watching over me now. And I think he is. So, anyway, so this godforsaken area is where I'm going to be going to. And this is, well, that's 2007. That was captured in 2007. So this might be all built up by now. But that is where I'm going to be going on the 27th of April. I think I have to do it, you know, and commemorate his birthday. And, you know, he meant a lot to me, no matter what anybody thinks or what anybody says. So that is all.